Okay, hello. Gonna do another review. Haven't done one of these for a little while due to an injured right hand, but it's all better now. It was broken. So I'm gonna do an Oasis album, as I've been saying I'm gonna do for a while, and I'm gonna start with an underrated one. And my second favourite Oasis album, Dig Out Your Soul, which is their last album. So I've normally got a notebook here with a lot of facts written down, but I forgot it. So I'll have to do this off memory. It came out 6th of October 2008. This is nearly 10 years old apparently, and I can remember when this came out. This was recorded entirely in Abbey Road, which is something they tried to do in 97. Oh, was it 96 with Be Here Now, when they recorded that, but they got kicked out. But this one, they recorded the whole thing there, and I should point out now that there's a great documentary, which I think you get with if you buy this album. I think you get it anyway included, but if not, you can find it on YouTube. It's called Gold and Silver and Sunshine. About the recording of the album, it's fantastic. So watch that. This peaked at number 1, their last album, and their 8th one to do. No, not their 8th, their 7th one to do so. Must be. Hang on, Knowles had 10 number 1s. Yeah, 7th number 1, because it's the 7th album. It's quite, I suppose it's a bit psychedelic, this record, in places. It's still got that Oasis sort of vibe, but yeah, I mean the artwork itself says psychedelic. But yeah, real good. Real good. It was produced by Dave, I've forgotten his second name. He produced the previous album, Don't Believe the Truth, and the next album that Noel did after this, his self-titled debut, Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds. But yeah, I'll open this enough actually. It feels really sort of nice and smooth, and that's textured there. Textured, you can feel it. So it sticks out, but this is high quality, this. Because vinyl, this was right at the point when vinyl nearly stopped being made. You've got this one of the band. I thought this was it is a double album, isn't it? Noel. And is that Noel? No, that's Andy. That's Noel. That's Liam, and that's Gem. I think Zach Starkey was made a proper member during these sessions, but then he quit when it got finished and everyone on tour with it. So I think they kind of just gloss over that, and it's sort of been forgotten about. But yeah, Gem is always just referred to as Gem. His second name never appears on the personnel. But yeah. Anyway, I won't get the record out. It's on the Big Brother label, as is all their records after Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. Although technically all their records are on Big Brother now. Here's the other one, which is very psychedelic sleeve. Noel's kind of done similar psychedelic stuff on his most recent album. Now the artwork for this album is quite interesting, because I can't remember if this is true or not, if I've imagined this. The guy who did it, whose name has slipped me, it'll probably have said on here, and I've just put it away. Does it say on the back? No, it doesn't. I believe this artwork is all done by hand. It's all hand designed, which is why you can't replicate the font if you try and do it online. You can, all the other sort of ones you can, but if you go, check that back in. This writing, it's all done by hand, which is why you can't find a font for it online. If you ever wanted to do with it for some reason, use it. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'll just get going with the review, track by track thingy. Right, it opens with Bag It Up. This is a great opening track. Quite a heavy song, this, written by Noel. Liam sings it. I can't believe they never did this song live, to be honest. It sounds like the whole thing, it was written purely to like be done live quite early on, maybe the opening song of a concert, but it just never got done. But yeah, the name of the documentary I was on about before, Gold, Silver and Sunshine, is the first lyric in this song. But after that it goes into the Turning. This, again, this is quite a psychedelic song. I like this one. Noel wrote it, Liam sings it. It's got a choir on this one, but for some reason the choir is buried quite deep in the tracks. You can't really hear it very well, but yeah. And at the end of it, Andy Bell plays a sort of little guitar riff, which he wrote, which he played on a hotel balcony in Los Angeles. You can hear the traffic and going past. But it is quite clearly Dear Prudence from the White Album by the Beatles. But yeah, I'm not going to complain. But a lot of this album, well, Noel's songs, which is over half this album, he says it's coincidental, but they've all sort of got like biblical sort of references and stuff. Like, there's a lyric in this song, mining our dreams for the same old song, and rise up from your soul and all this stuff. And Noel ain't religious, but it's strange because some of the things he writes you'd think he was. Like this next song, Waiting for the Rapture. This is about his wife Sarah, although it wasn't his wife at the time, it was just his girlfriend. Although had he proposed to her? Maybe his fiance at this point, I don't know. Can't remember. But yeah, this is the first song on the album that they did live on their last tour. I really like this song. I hope Noel starts doing it again, to be honest. Yeah, again, sort of biblical references on this song. Quite heavy again. But yeah, I like this song, Waiting for the Rapture. After that, we've got Shock of the Lightning, which was the lead single off this album, which I've got here. Shock of the Lightning, great. After that, we've got I'm Out of Time, Liam's first song on the album, which was the second single off this album, which has got a B-side of To Be Where There's Life, Neon Neon remix. This is a fantastic song. This is, in my opinion, the best song Liam's ever done. He claims he spent 10 years writing it. It's amazing. It sounds very, very Lennon-esque. It's got, in fact, there's a bit of John Lennon at the end. He sampled, I think it was Gem that did it actually. He recorded John's last interview that he ever did in 1980. I think it was 2 days before he died. And he says something along the lines of, as Churchill said, it's an Englishman's inevitable right to live wherever the hell he likes. What's it going to do? Is it going to vanish? Not going to be there when I get back? So it's something along them lines. So it's put in this song, but similar to the choir on the turn, and it's buried quite deep in the track, so it sounds a bit mumbly. You can't really tell it's John unless you listen really carefully, and you can't really tell it to the end of it. So he says the word vanish, it's not going to be there when I get back. But otherwise, some people think it was Churchill himself who's talking. But it's amazing, the lyrics are great. And it's the first sort of ballad, in fact it's the only ballad on the album, and it's definitely, like Andy Bell says in the documentary, sort of like a breather. Like the first 4 songs are really heavy, and then this one you can sort of go like that. But yeah, after that we got Get Off Your High Horse Lady. Noel wrote this, second song he sings on this album. It's a pretty simple song built on a sort of clap stomp thing basis around that. It just sort of goes clap stomp like that, and then Noel sings it. If you watch the documentary, they just sort of don't mention this song. It does come across as a bit of a filler. I don't mind this song. I know a lot of people hate it, but yeah, I don't mind it. It's not the best song in the world. It's clearly just about having an argument with some woman, and you just tell them to get off their high horse. Yeah, not special, but whatever. After that, we've got Noel's last song on this album, and he sings it as well, Falling Down, which was also their last single, with the B-side, Those Swollen Hand Blues. Good song, this. Again, I wish he put this back in his set list. This was in the encore on the last Oasis tour. It's pretty good, this song. Again, kind of got those biblical references, sort of religious sort of sounding stuff. And it's quite ironic that the last Oasis single before they broke up was called Falling Down. And there's a remix of this song, I can't remember what they're called, we did it, a 22-minute remix. They were going to do Noel's second album, but it got scrapped. Listen to that it's a monstrous psychedelic bubble mix. It's pretty good, pretty far out stuff. But yeah, I like Falling Down. I quite like the video as well, actually. It's one of those ones, a bit like the Important to Be an Idol video. Oasis aren't really in it, so they clearly don't mind it. It's not as good as the Important to Be an Idol video, but it's alright. After that, we've got To Be Where There's Life, which is Gem's song on this album. Liam sings it, Gem wrote it. I suppose this would be considered the title track because it includes the lyric Dig Out Your Soul, which you'd think, again, he'd keep in with the biblical references, but I think, is it Noel or Gem? I think it would have been Gem said. What it actually means is Dig Out Your Soul Records. Get Out Your Soul Records. But I like this song. They did this one live, not every night on the last tour, but on some nights. And I think live, both Liam and Noel sang lead through the whole thing, but I think on the record it's just Liam, but Noel does sing a bit of it on the record, but not all of it. But it is a good song. I do like this one. Yeah, I think it's my favourite Gem song. My favourite song Gem's done in Oasis. After that, we've got Ain't Got Nothing, which is Liam's second song on the album. This is kind of like the sequel to The Meaning of Soul from the previous album. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of this song. It's the only song I don't particularly like on this album. Thankfully, it's not very long, minute and a half, 2 minutes probably. But yeah, now special. After that, I've got The Nature of Reality, which is Andy Bell's song on this album. I think he said there's no... Is it this song, or was it To Be Where There's Life? One of those. It's either Gem or Andy's song where there isn't any guitar on it, you just wanted bass and sitar. No, it'll be To Be Where There's Life, which is the most psychedelic song on the album, without question. This one is the lyrics in this one are pretty advanced stuff. The Nature of Reality is projective fantasy. Yeah, I like The Nature of Reality. It's my favourite. It's my favourite Andy song. My second favourite song Andy's done in Oasis. Turn Up the Sun's my favourite one he's done. But yeah, good song. Then the album closes with Soldier On. Liam wrote this, and Noel plays drums on this. It's the only song that Zach doesn't play drums on. Really like this song. It's sort of like got an echo on the vocals. Liam will sing it, and then about 2 seconds later it will repeat his vocals as an echo. But it's a really good song, this, and a great closing track. To be honest, I'd say it's probably their best closing track that they've done since Champagne Supernova, which was on Morning Glory. But that's it. So overall, Dig Out Your Soul. This is my second favourite Oasis album, I should say, my favourite of the last four. And it is massively underrated. I wish Noel would do more of his stuff off here. Waiting for the Rapture and Falling Down. Liam occasionally does I'm Out of Time, which should not be occasional. That should be a permanent thing in Liam's set list. It's his best song he's ever done, so it should be. Like Songbird, he never does Songbird for some reason, which is his second best song he's ever done. But yeah, other than, it's pretty good stuff, this album. So if you haven't heard it, I'd recommend it. They definitely went out in style. It wasn't intended to be the last album. But yeah, it's pretty good for a final album. Top record. See you later. Cheerio. Bye-bye.